Welcome to the Rutherford County Republican Annual Reagan Day Dinner. Hello, I'm Winfield Dunn, Tennessee's 43rd governor. You know, I know a little bit about being a political pioneer, and it takes one to know one. And I'm very proud of another political pioneer who had the courage to take on an entrenched Democrat machine. I'm talking about Donna Rowland Barrett. In the beginning, a virtual unknown, Donna won election to her seat in the House of Representatives, one that had previously been controlled by Democrats for generations. She continued to be reelected for the next 4 terms with overwhelming majorities. Donna is a gracious Southern lady.
Donna, my dear friend, you are going to be so missed at the General Assembly, and especially fiscal review. You've done such a good job there. You'll be missed also for children's issues.
While Donna was serving on Capitol Hill, she was successful in taking on some of Tennessee's most important political battles.
When it came to the state income tax battle that we were fighting, Donna showed up and said, "Tell me what we need to do to lead this fight," and of course she did. Also, when it came to the fight against illegal immigrants getting Tennessee driver's license, it was Donna who was in the lead on that fight. She pushed it through. She changed the way our state operates. Job well done.
We're simply asking that in order to obtain a legal document, you be here legally.
Just like in her last year and a half, Donna identified and returned $37.5 million in government waste.
Now, Donna Rowland has been in the House for 6 years, and she sits on the powerful Fiscal Review Committee. She's made something of a name for herself by digging into state contracts, finding and saving millions of dollars for taxpayers.
But Donna's greatest achievement wasn't chairing high-profile committees or sponsoring popular pieces of legislation, even though she did that.
She was being apologetic one day. They said, "I hope that you're not upset with me because I take up so much time." And I said, "Look, Donna," I said, "if I didn't want you on that committee, I would have never put you on the committee." I said, "You're like my own personal attack dog." And I said, "I mean that in a complimentary way."
It was her contribution as chairman of Bill Review, laboriously reading and identifying the unintentional consequences of every bill and then explaining them to her colleagues. That stopped much bad legislation. Her studious nature also earned her a seat on the very powerful Fiscal Review Committee. Donna's dedication to every detail and her tenacity won over her peers from both sides of the political aisle.
What I admire most about Donna Rowland is her unwavering commitment to small government, to keeping taxes low on the working people of the state, and she doesn't back down from a fight. She states her opinions and her beliefs firmly, forcefully, and there she stands on them. That is to be admired.
Donna is genuine, and I think that that is a rare quality. I think that that is something that we don't find a lot in elected office.
She asks those tough questions, she does her homework, and she is accountable to the people that she represents.
And I think she works very hard when she believes in something. She's not going to back off, and I respect her for that.
Yeah, Lord of mercy, she gets an idea and she hangs on like a grizzly bear. You know, she had some good ideas back during the driver's license driver's thing, and we kind of botched the program, and she had the right idea all along, and I guess I signed on to her bill, got myself in trouble because I'm supposed to be across the aisle not helping Donna and other people.
She's tireless when it comes to working and studying legislation. She served with me several years on Fiscal Review, and she's one of the most knowledgeable individuals on those contracts as they come before us. She really does her homework, and she does it well, and she doesn't leave a stone unturned. She really does her work.
She studies the legislation, she studies the bill, she studies the law, and she asks good questions. She challenges those who have not done their homework, and I think that they grimace when they see her raise her hand if they haven't done her homework.
Well, I, for one, want to be able to support you when you have a contract pending and there's an argument with it. It is here in writing. I have a copy of the contract. I have a copy of every document that backs up what was supposed to happen. We're here to represent our counties. We're here to represent the taxpayers. And I, for one, want my state's word to mean something.
If anybody thinks that me questioning a contract or me fighting for my folks back in the district is partisan bickering, you know what? I'm going to fight for those people each and every chance that I get.
I'm pleased and honored to call her my dear friend. She is an inspiration for all Republicans to emulate. I know that Donna enjoys the wave of conservative Republicans that are now being elected to public office. Not for personal glory, but to serve with dignity, just as she did for 10 years. And we just can't wait to see what our Donna Barrett does next. Thank you, Donna, for all that you've done for Rutherford County and for our great state of Tennessee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we've given this award, and we do have an award, and the video said everything, but without further ado, I'd like to present this Republican of the Decade, Donna Barrett, for over 10 years of dedicated service and commitment to the citizens of Rutherford County.
Wow. For those of you that couldn't hear what Jimmy was saying in my ear, I only repeat part of it. All of you know him too well, but he said that I deserve it. I don't. It's every member sitting in this room. I can remember when, Jimmy, we were doing bonfires in your front yard.
We raised $611.
Jimmy says we raised $611 that night for the campaign.
The very first one.
I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this room full tonight. And you know what? We knew what it was going to take. I have heard, first of all, I must give thanks to our governor, Haslam. What a wonderful opportunity we have before us, and what a wonderful man's going to be serving as head of our state for us. Speaker Harwell, I can't think of a better woman to be serving in that seat, and I am proud to say that she was my friend before she was our speaker. I must say thank you to Bill Ketron, who was the first to join me in the General Assembly. Then we had Jim Tracy join us, Joe Carr, Pat Marsh, and then Mike Sparks joined us. And then I had the distinct honor of turning over this seat that each and every one of you gave me 10 years of pleasure to serve in, to Rick Womack. I could not ask for a better team, and I thank each and every one of you for that honor of having a good team, but most of all, I thank you for the privilege, as Beth said, of being your servant for the past 10 years. It is the most humbling thing to do. I did enjoy it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat, because this community and what you want and what we represent is what America is all about, and I can't wait to see what's coming next. Thank you so much for this recognition. Yeah, Jimmy, we started a long time ago, but we got to where everybody in this room wanted us to be. I will tell you one thing. We have fought so hard to get where we are. There's something the Lieutenant Governor said a few years ago when we took over the Senate. He said it matters who governs. Absolutely, positively, it matters who governs. But we have fought the opposition so long to get here. Let's remember, it's time for the fighting to stop and the governing to start. We know what needs to be done. We've got a great delegation here. We've got a great delegation in this state. Let's start governing and stop fighting. Let's go, guys.